Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Sinumatic, and I really should be fucking asleep, but couldn't go to sleep after this. We hopped on Shangri. We was going for high rounds. I really thought we could go higher. Look at that. They respawn on top of each other and downed automatically. But just to show you guys, I was doing very, very well all the way up to 20 something, and everything fell apart for everybody pretty much. Look at that. So I just spawned back in. I died in 20. I started dying in 28, and I spawned in, hit the box, dual pistols. I took them. It's whatever. But this is what it's gonna be like in higher rounds on this map. You basically end up having to run for your life. Now, just to let you guys know, before everything went foul, the problem is everybody always has bad luck on this map. Like, someone's going to get the bad luck. It's very seldom that everyone's going to have the perfect setup. And I can't tell. I think I didn't go the right way there, but it was so fast-paced at this level that I was like, man, where do I go? But just really quickly, I'm going to give you guys, like, my thoughts on a strategy. Right here where I'm at right now, all the way up to the 20s. Somebody can run there if they wanted to. I don't really choose to. I actually ran at spawn for a while. I'll post up some other gameplays of the earlier rounds, and commentate over those. I just wanted to get this up because it's it's us getting to level 29. Although I didn't get to bound in the glory. Luckily, I got Nappy playing. Drake had some family issues, so he couldn't play. So we picked up the Lonely Mailbox, and it's me, the Lonely Mailbox, Whack 4863. That's my boy Josh, and then King Nappy. And I do make some. I don't know. I felt like I did pretty fucking good. Like, look what I got. I got dual pistols, and it's basically like I said. I can't do anything. I got Jug, dual pistols, every man for himself. I can't revive anybody anymore because I don't have the tools to do it. No Mustangs and Sallys, no nothing. But here's what I was going to say. Up until the mid or almost higher 20s, if everybody's stable, someone can run a train in power. Someone can run a train in spawn. And then the hill where Jug or Speed Cola, you know what I'm talking about? The little side, right outside of spawn, where either Jug or Speed Cola is going to be at every time. One guy can run at the top of the hill by the minecart, and the other guy can run at the bottom of the hill. They won't get that many zombies. But all four people have to be there, and I don't even know. It's got to be set up right. Once you come out of that setup for too long, then it gets a little hectic. So that would be a basic strategy, I would say, to get to high rounds. You want to do that. A friend of mine said that they did the Easter egg 4 times in a row, got off all 7 perks. If that's the case, they got to level 27. Just to show you, I had 4 perks up until now. We didn't do the Easter egg. All of us had 4 perks, and things were running good, except for, like I said, sometimes people don't get good luck. Like, look at what I've got right now. And I'm low on money now. I can't tell how much money I got right here. I think I actually have some money still, but I had to trade, and I'm going to show these other videos. I had to trade my ray gun in that was pack-a-punched because there was no ammo in it. Because the problem is, I'd say all the way up, if you do everything right, all the way up to about 25 can be easy mode for the most part. Matter of fact, I don't think I even went down the first time personally until about 17 or 18. And then it was all downhill from there because basically I got a ray gun and Mustang and Sally's. Now, first thing that happened is I run out of bullets on the ray gun and the Mustang and Sally. So I pack-a-punch the ray gun. Not even 2 rounds later. I don't think it lasted 2 rounds. I was out of my ray gun again, and I had like 6 Mustang and Sally bullets or something like that. And I'm not giving you exact figures. I'm going to post up, like I said, some of the earlier gameplay. You'll see it then. Had to trade my ray gun in. Got the pedophile, that's what I call the baby maker, the whatever long-ass number gun thing. But anyways, it's called the fractalizer when you pack-a-punch it. I got that. Used it for a round. Pack-a-punched it because I was out of bullets almost. Used it for another round. Traded it back in, got another ray gun. But then I died. So then, okay, so I'm died. Now look at this clutch, amazing shit right here. No, that's not. I got the G11. So I was like, alright, that's going to have to do. Remember, we're on level 29. Once you play this map, you will see, if you get to this higher level, I am just basically praying that I'm going to get lucky. And I actually do get lucky, but it's not enough. Like, I don't know if you see, I'm actually getting... I get caught in those traps again. Okay, so for anybody else who's wondering about these maps, those traps are not made for zombies. Those are made for you. The Treyarch has played a horrible joke on us, and they said, oh, they like the traps? Let's give them some traps for them. This is basically a trap. You can't run through that mud. And I'm sure most of you guys have played it, but for the PS3 guys especially, I want to kind of point a lot of things out. There's a lot of trickery that Treyarch has thrown into this one. Oh, like this G11. Look at this piece of shit. Other things that I wanted to talk about, like, and Nappy's going to do a video on this too, probably. They're actually the ones that taught me this. I wouldn't listen. I used to go down 20, 30 times a game, no matter what. Well, maybe not 20, 30, but I used to go down a whole lot because I like to run. Multiplayer, I'm a run and gun shooter in multiplayer, and it's just like a bad habit. I'm always running. And I have to run here because I have to run for my life, so I'm just kind of like, oh, I'm screwed, run. But the earlier rounds, you'll see, I stopped running. I lived a lot longer. And I have to train myself to get out of that. You can't... Here's what's going to happen if you run on this map. If I'm running, well, I'm running right now, you see how they spawn in front of me? If I would have been walking right there, they probably wouldn't have spawned in front of me like that. I would have got past that window, then they would have spawned behind me. So that's one thing that you guys... And I don't usually do tips and tricks, but these are things that I know are true. I've seen Nappy do it. They've trained me to do it. Now I do it. As you see right here, I usually would go down right there, but... Which I ended up going down, but you seen what happened. Like, instead of panicking, I backed myself around. If I would have ran there, I would have made it past that. If I would have ran at that one specific time when I came around the corner. I don't know. I'm going to do some... I think I might do some more in-depth on, like, the tips and tricks that I've come up with, if needed, on some of the other videos, but... Man, this map, I'm telling you guys, like, I just want to talk... I want to talk about... The map is great. It's so much fun. Now, towards 27, I think, 28, and 29, the rounds are extremely long. That's one thing, though. In the first 20 rounds, you can run through these like a beast. Like, I'd say 20 rounds with 4 people, you can run through in about 2.5 hours. I don't know. I think if you went balls to the wall on Call of the Dead with 4 people, you could probably get in... We estimated that you could get to round 35 in about 8 to 10 hours. 6 or 7 if you really, really just balls to the wall. But you know you guys got to pack a punch. You got to make crawlers, hit the box, you know, do all these other things. But this map seems a little more like it, even when, you know, it takes forever to look at that clutch. Look at that clutch ray gun. Out of nowhere, Sinumatic thinks he's making a comeback, but I don't. But I do look, I mean, I've gotten a lot better. I used to be terrible at this. So anyone who's terrible at zombies, if you stick with it and you pay attention to what the better players are doing, you can, and I fell here, I think, because, you notice I don't have flopper right now. Also, anybody new to zombies, because my boy Pudak was, came and played with me, like, one of his first times really playing zombies. Flopper. You gotta have flopper with the ray gun and the Mustang and Sally's. I don't know. I'm trying to inform some people, because I don't really do, like I said, normally do these tips and tricks, but I want to inform some people that might not know about the new map or the different things. Real quick, the Baby Maker. And actually, my boy P-Bat, I went and watched his video, and I learned... You see how we shoot the ray gun at their feet because it makes crawlers? I assumed that the Baby Maker would be about the same thing, but the Baby Maker, the pedophile, is not the same. And I was aiming it like that and only getting 1 or 2 zombies. If you can run a train and shoot the Baby Maker straight in front of you, it'll make about 6 or 7 babies at a time. You just have to be careful when you're kicking the shit out of them that you've shrunk all of them. And don't... I wouldn't even spam it. Like, you'll see on my other video, like, You can hit it once, kick the seven zombies, and as soon as you run up to the grown one, hit it again if there's more behind it, and kick 6, 7 more. You just have to be careful because sometimes the babies do cause like one hit damage. So if you run through 7, I think that's like a half a hit actually. If you run through 7 and you was to get caught in a bind, you probably would go down. During the later rounds, you definitely want to get familiar with this map. During the later rounds, you will have to use the water slide, the geysers. Anything that they have on this map, you can manipulate towards the later rounds. They really come in handy. The minecart, better, you know, it's not just for getting diamonds, guys. You can also escape the zombies. And if a zombie jumps on the minecart when you go down, I don't know if you've seen earlier, it doesn't touch you while you're on the minecart. And then it actually dies when you reach the bottom. This video is like 20 something minutes long, but I kind of wanted to give you guys a perspective of, you know, what an actual round was like. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to be beasting, so right now those guys are, you know, handling business. And I just met the Lonely Mailbox, and definitely, man, you guys should go check him out. This kid, well, I'm sorry, he is a kid, so I mean, I guess is what I gotta call him, but he just turned 14. As far as I know, he said that he thinks that he is the youngest Machinima partner to date. He got partnered with Machinima when he was 13, and he just turned 14. And for a 14-year-old, he acts like he's 20 years old. I probably act more childish than he did for the most part, but you know, that's because I don't give a shit. I'm trying to be young forever, baby. But definitely go check him out. He's 14 years old. He's partnered with Machinima. As you see when I pull the scoreboard up, he's pretty good at zombies. He says he usually goes down more, but hey, we all have those times. I usually go down a lot. Also, I'm going to post links to everybody in this page, and I'm also going to post a link to a few other people. Basically, what I'm going to do is, there's about 7 people, 8 people that I consistently play zombies with, and they're all nasty as zombies, so, you know, I'm going to post their links there so you can go check them out. Hopefully I don't forget anyone, because, I mean, I play with, you know, a lot of people. Like, I play with Drifter here and there, but not as much lately. And everybody knows Drifter, so these guys are smaller channels. Other than the Lonely Mailbox, you know, most of these guys are like anywhere from a couple hundred to a couple thousand subs, so, you know, I'd like to see them get a little bit more recognition for the work they be putting in zombies. Drake and Nappy taught me a lot of stuff. And then just watching, like, Al, which Al goes on a lot, too. I ain't gonna lie, Al goes on a lot, but just watching, like, Al and Big Country and all these guys on the When I'm Dead has taught me a lot of shit. Like, I see their tricks, the stuff that they do that keeps them alive. That's actually, you know, they've told me before, don't run, and I'm like, no way, if I don't run, I'm dead. Well, from watching them in my little death screen, from spectating, I've seen how they do it, and that's how I've learned how to get a little bit better. I could go play tomorrow, though, and go down 30, 40 times again, you know, early. Who knows? Anything can happen. I've seen all of us go down at round 2 or 3, just get double smacked by a zombie coming out the window. So, you know, just stay at it. If you do something wrong, make sure you try to learn from your mistake. That's the way I look at zombies. It's fun. It's exciting. Yes, this did take, to get to 29, took about 4.5 hours, I think. And you have to determine a lot of factors when you're trying to time out how long it's going to take. Josh had a bad run this time. He went down a lot. You know, he didn't have the money to rebuild, and fortunately, that's what happens. Like, if you start going down and you don't have enough money stockpiled, that's why I would definitely advise getting, you know, some automatic weapons in the early rounds and stacking your points, getting little mini 6-7 zombie trains and turning around and firing, because you're gonna need to have some money. And I think that's what I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that's what Mailbox did earlier. He got up to like 60K, and then he got a ray gun, and he could not get, you know, he couldn't get much further than that, because the ray gun doesn't do that much damage, and it costs a lot to pack a punch it. I'm sorry, it does damage. It doesn't give you very many points. It gives you 50 points to kill a zombie, and I think it gives you the... It might give you... I don't even know. I'm not even going to go into that because, like I said, I don't know all these things. But you can look at the screen and look for yourself. What I'm saying is if you get an HK early on, like round 10, you get you 5 or 6, 7 zombies lined up, and you're getting good headshots, you know, good shots, you'll get thousands upon thousands. I seen Country a day or two ago at around like 17. He got a HK, and he was running spawn with the train of zombies, and within 2 rounds, without, well, we get max ammos, but, you know, without pack-a-punch or anything, within 2 rounds he had 17,000 points he had made off using the HK pretty much. Because he had only had, I think, like 3,000 or 4,000 when he got that HK, so it can turn you over a lot of money. Now, like I said, in my other video, you'll get to see me run spawn too, so you'll get to see how I do that, because it's kind of tricky, not really. Some advice, okay, on that stuff. If you're running at spawn, at minimum you want to have a Mustang and Sally, because you're going to have to get out of some hairy situations sometimes. The zombies come in from 4 or 5 different directions, and every once in a while you'll have one that drops out in front of you, no matter whether you're walking, running, or anything, and you got to take it out real quick. Preferably a ray gun would be great for that area too. But when it comes down to it, sometimes the ray gun, if you're boxed in the corner, does not kill as quick. So Mustang and Sally's in general, that's another tip that, you know, Drake and them taught me. Any map that has flopper, Mustang and Sally is the way to go. It will get you out of some situations that you do not get out of with any other weapon. I don't know. And like I said, I'm talking for 20-something minutes. I was excited because we got this gameplay. You know, we got this far. And my boy Blurry, I'm going to shout out my boy Z, Blurry Z. He got to level 27. We had got to 23 yesterday. And I was mad. I wasn't mad, but, you know, I'm happy for him. I was mad at myself. I was like, okay, I haven't been that high yet. He's already got to 27. Well, then he sends me a message after I talked to him about it. Oh, look at that. Oh, I messed up. And said, you're not going to beat my level. That's what he messaged me on Xbox Live. I'm going to try to put it in the next video, but he says I wasn't going to beat his level. So I definitely tweeted him right after that. Fun fact. The end of this game, when I finally officially die, I go elite in kills. I got 1,337 kills, exactly. I'm trying to think of shit to talk about that's, you know, because like I said, I don't normally do tips and tricks, so I'm trying to think of different little things that I can do to maybe help some of you guys get at a higher level. One thing I do want to say, since we're on zombies here, and a lot of people will probably watch this, I have a zombie challenge that I'm working on my page, and right now I'm waiting for the confirmation of what it's going to be. The video's up. There are 2 different ways that we can do it, and you guys are supposed to go thumbs up the way you'd like to see it done. Just check in there. They'll be the highest rated comments, hopefully, and we'll get that going here this week. And the reason I did that is because Syndicate posted a challenge, and he was more into score, and I don't feel like score should be as big a factor as levels. I think getting higher rounds is always my ultimate goal, other than trying to do an Easter egg or something, so that's why I'm doing it. Also, I figured, you know, if some guys with smaller channels than me post in and get the high score for the week, and I'll probably do this for a few weeks, you know, a video a week or something. If some smaller channels get in there, that'll be an opportunity for them to get some exposure to some of my subs. And I can tell you right now, you can go watch the video I posted up. I'm not in the challenge at all. But I just, you know, played around with it just to see what would happen. And the way that the challenge is set up, I didn't get around past like round 10, I think, once. Most times 7 or 8. I mean, I didn't try as hard as I could, but even trying as hard as I could, it's going to be a little hard, I think. But check that out. Make sure you thumbs up which one you'd like to see, especially if you're wanting to get into it. Because here in a couple of days, I'm going to go through, and the highest thumbs up one is going to be the first challenge. And I'm going to start accepting videos. Well, I'm not going to actually accept videos right off the bat. I want you to message me, you know, what rounds you got to, and blah, blah, blah. And the hard part's going to be for verification. You're going to have to link me to the whole gameplay, so I can make sure that you followed the rules. And then I'm basically going to cut out like a 10-20 minute video, probably a 20-minute video of the end, and let people watch. But I will verify that, you know, they got this legit, that they didn't, you know, break the rules early on and then cover it up later and all that kind of stuff. We will verify all that. Nappy just said I think he said he had 1 bullet in the ray gun. I am screwed again. The ray gun, not Pack-a-Punch right now, is pretty bad. See how we're using these water slides and stuff to get around? I mean, quickest way to get around. Mailbox says every zombie right now. I don't know if you heard him in the background. He said there's so many, and we had none. And that's what'll happen too. A lot of times, all the zombies, if you're moving too fast, well, not moving too fast, but if you're in certain locations of the map, it'll spawn towards the person that's in another one. Look at that. Look at that. Like, I had great opportunities here at the end. I just couldn't clutch it up. Like, right now I don't have Jug again, and I'm like, it's so fast-paced that I don't know if I remember that I need Jug or not. We'll see. I go down here in a minute, I think. I don't really like doing play-by-plays, but you see this fucking... You see that? So... then I get lucky. So I get Jug. Now, the ray gun you can use without flopper if you don't shoot it straight at your feet. So, look at this. Let's get some money. Let's get some money. Man. I want to keep some interesting shit going on for this last couple minutes of talking. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that I should be telling you guys. I can tell you that other than for the achievement... I personally don't feel like the Easter egg is worth it unless you just have that kind of time to put into it. Now, if you can, like Blurry said, all 4 get the perk, that's great, but you better have your fucking try-hard panties on, because if you spend an hour, hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, it all depends on the situation, getting everybody that goddamn perk, the 7 perks, you better be ready to go for some high fucking rounds, because you're going to spend a lot of time to get to do that. Other things, I don't really feel like you need all 7 perks at all. 4, if you get the right 4 for what your setup is, you can pretty much, you know, run through. And I guess what we're talking about perks, let's talk about that, because I know a lot of people in my stream say, go get double tap, go get this. I caught myself in the trap by a crawler. That was a fail. I should have stopped and turned around and looked first and made sure I could have maybe got away. But on this map, Call of the Dead, maybe even, you know, Ascension, you need Jug. You're going to need to leave a spot open for Flopper in case you get Mustang and Sally's, or Pack-a-Punch or pistol to get Mustang and Sally's, or if you get a ray gun, you're going to need... So this is what we usually run. If you're good, and I was running it, and I had like 14 or 15 revives. I just went down so much that the other guys had so many, and Josh went down a lot. But earlier on, it doesn't matter as much. But if you're good at reviving, quick revive is a must-have, because you're going to have zombies trailing the shit out of you. So quick revive and Jug. We usually get Speed Cola if needed. And then try to leave a spot open, because you're eventually going to need Flopper. If you're going to prevail in this game to a high level, you're going to need ray guns and Mustang and Sally's. And if you can do it without them, shit, let me know, because I want to know the strategy for that. But so basically what I'm telling you is, everybody should know this. I mean, all you guys play zombies, and people that don't play zombies, Jug is the most important perk on the map. Unless you got a ray gun and Mustang and Sally's. If you got a ray gun and Mustang and Sally's, go for Flopper. If you get down and you get up, go for Flopper first. Most of the time, try to. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But what I'm saying, like, if you spam the Mustang and Sally's at your feet, you will go down even with Jug if you do it too much. Same with the ray gun. So, anyways, that's pretty much all the rambling I got. I hope you guys enjoy the game right here. We actually, I feel like it was exciting. You know, we was running around. No big hordes of zombies right now, but I do have some trains and stuff like that in the other videos I'm gonna post up. And yeah, like I said, this game is really fun. PS3 people, be ready to get this when it comes out. I personally think it's worth the $15. I quit playing multiplayer for a while now. I'm not even gonna barely get into the new multiplayer maps. Maybe a little. I might dabble in them. But this right now, to me, is where it's at. This is what's keeping Treyarch afloat right now because of all the problems with Black Ops. This is what's keeping it exciting. This is the only thing that's going to keep me. And I mean, I like Vonderhaar and them. Like, I really want them to succeed, you know, in the future. But zombies is the only thing right now keeping me in the loop when Modern Warfare 3 comes out. I might come back and play some zombies afterwards. That's going to keep this game alive for a while. Oh, another thing, Treyarch. Vonderhaar, make a fucking zombies game only and throw some new shit in there. Throw some curveballs and some twists and shit. I'll buy that shit. Put enough maps on there. Put some old school maps on there that we want. And I will buy that shit. Peace.